and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X. Now, last time around I said we'd be taking on Launch Octopus and Sigma Fortress 1. Well, that was a lie. This time around we're only going to be taking on Launch Octopus. Simply because Sigma Fortress 1 is a fairly long level, and, well, I don't want to make these videos too painfully long. So we'll just be doing that next time around. Now, Launch Octopus's level is not too terribly difficult. It has a couple of annoying mini-bosses in it, and I did say mini-bosses, not just a mini-boss, but several. One of them's optional, but if you want to get the hard upgrade, you have to fight it. Annoying, but oh well. At least I get a permanent upgrade out of it. Now, this level is the only underwater level in the game, so it's the only level where you really have to put up with water physics. These seahorses are probably one of the most annoying enemies you can come across. They just appear out of nowhere and dash at you. And if you don't run fast enough, they'll just keep on spawning. These giant fish robots are fairly annoying. They try to suck you in, and that's pretty much how they do the brunt of their damage. Those snakes are a pain in the ass to dodge, but it's not really worth it anyways, and why get all those health upgrades if I don't even bother taking hits in the first place? This wasn't supposed to be the biggest skill demonstration ever. This was just supposed to show that I could complete the game and commentate over it, which most people probably wish I hadn't, but I did anyway. These fish are fairly benign. You can actually get hurt by them if you run with their tops, but usually they just suck you in. Now, here, you can beat these fish really easily if you just use the rolling shield. Also, this one is far more annoying because you can suck you into those spike pits. And it has happened to me before. Not fun, let me tell you. Rolling shield is also the weakness of Launch Octopus, but since it makes him too easy, I decided not to use it. Launch Octopus is actually one of the tougher Mavericks to beat without his weakness if you didn't get the armor upgrade. With the armor upgrade, he's fairly benign. If not, you're in for a fairly annoying fight. I suppose you could count this as a mini-boss, but since it mostly just sits there while you wail on its weak point, no pun intended, it doesn't really do much. In fact, those little grabby robots hardly ever come your way, and you have to try to get grabbed by them. Now here's a mildly annoying arena. We have to fight this giant robot snake, and once we do, we can move on to get the hard upgrade, which is to the right. I don't know why X just can't go past this thing to get it, but whatever. Anywho, you can beat this thing fairly easy if you do a simple trick. Go up to the walls, and wall kick onto the thing. This will allow you to get onto its back, and then you can just pelt its head with shots really rapidly. Unfortunately, I kind of approached it from a bad spot, and it managed to shake me real fast. However, I think the second time I do this, it works much better. If you don't do this, the boss takes way longer. Or mini-boss, rather. It's fairly benign otherwise. Here's a much better way to get onto it. It'll turn back around, which allows me to stay on. Just pelted a bit more, and I actually did have one failed take where it died right over the spikes, and by the time the screen scrolled enough for me to see them, it was too late, and I just landed at them and died instantly. There's our heart upgrade. Only 2 more I need to get. Thankfully, I was kind of cool like that and just got most of the stuff that I could get on the first time through. I can't believe I said that was cool. I need to work on my definition of that word. However, if you do decide to go for that health upgrade, you have to deal with a fairly minor annoyance. As soon as he shows up, you have to fight another fucking snake. This isn't like Sting Chameleon's level, where if you destroy the armored robot, he wouldn't give you any trouble when you try to go through the tunnel, the rock tunnel. Anyways, this guy can burrow underground, as you can see, and he'll just randomly pop up somewhere, usually where you were just standing. And this actually works to my benefit, because it allows me to get onto his head. And once you're on his body, rather. And once you're on his body, he seems to forget that if he goes underground, he can just get rid of you. As he doesn't seem to want to go back underground once I'm on top of him. which all works for my benefit, really. You probably noticed that you can also damage him by attacking his tail, but the head's usually easier. Luckily, this time around, once he dies, there's no spikes for you to be thrown into. Anyways, with that out of the way, we're closing up on the end of the stage. And yeah, those things can hurt you, which happened to me embarrassingly. Tried to check if there were any secrets up there that I never found, but unfortunately, no. Anywho, for now, we've got Launch Octopus. Now, Launch Octopus is a curious breed. He's got some very erratic attacking patterns. Basically, what he does is he jumps around and fires huge salvos of missiles at you. These can be incredibly irritating to dodge. Now, if you don't have the armor upgrade, these missiles will cut you to shreds. However, if you do have the armor upgrade and maybe a few health upgrades, this basically becomes a fight of attrition if you can't dodge his attacks. Basically, you can usually outlast him and do more damage to him than he can do to you, which is basically what I do. I manage to dodge a few of his missile salvos every once in a while, but mostly I just get hit by them because I'm not very good at dodging. However, the fight isn't terribly difficult, and I managed to get through with little trouble, really. I think I only have a little health by the end of it, but it's enough. It's not like your damage carries over to other stages. Really, this fight just becomes tedious once you have the armor upgrade. Though if you want one of the more interesting fights in the game, I'd recommend coming here without any upgrades, because Launch Octopus can be quite problematic. He can be legitimately challenging, unlike Storm Eagle, whose challenge just revolves around the fact whether or not you got the dash. And to be honest with you, Storm Eagle isn't really all that hard even if you didn't get the dash. Anywho, just a couple more attacks and this guy will go down. I don't know why I didn't just go to pelt him with regular attacks. I think my big shot missed there and I just grazed his foot with a regular pellet. But, as you can see, he goes down with little trouble and I have a decent amount of health left. Awesome. And here we get the Horming Torpedo, a rather infamous typo in the game. However, it's actually one of the better weapons in the game. I won't use it though, because I just don't like it. But after completing the Launch Octopus' stage, we get a cutscene. Ain't that something? Anywho, Zero found Sigma's fortress, but before we go there, we're going to collect some upgrades. Specifically, we're going to collect the only two that I wasn't able to get. I still suck with the Boomerang Cutter, in case you couldn't tell, but that takes care of Boomer Kawanger's hard upgrade. So let's just make a quick escape and go get the other one that I missed in Sting Chameleon's level. Also, this is what happens to the stage select screen. New music and Sigma's Big Mug. Also, the icon in the lower right corner takes you to the Sigma Fortress levels. Now, here's what happens if you try to rush through a level. You get killed by everything under the sun. I was just in a hurry and I didn't really care. But the reason I didn't get the hard upgrade the first time around here is because you need to clear Launch Octopus' stage to get it. It isn't this is one of the less clear upgrades that you need to get because the effect isn't fairly obvious. It fills up this pit with water, which allows you to make a jump that can get the hard upgrade. And there we go. So if you look at X's health, he is now fully upgraded and can take plenty hits. So that's it for this part. Next time, Sigma's Fortress. Look forward to it.